What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss everything going on here in our country that you need to know about here on a daily basis. We got some absolutely major news to cover here for you guys here today in this video. Several things for you guys here. Also, thanks so much for liking and sharing these videos. We're going to go over here multiple different things. Also, don't forget, we are giving away thousands of dollars here from here until the end of the year in our daily trivia questions. Remember that new videos come out here at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have new trivia questions every single day. If you can guess the answer to these trivia questions, you could win money directly from me. We have already picked a bunch of winners. Have been contacting winners through the contact or through the comments section. So yeah, we just contacted a bunch yesterday. So new winners, yeah, there's a bunch of them. Some of them are Allie Taylor, Ozzy O'Toole, Denise Armbruster, Carolyn McDonald, Evelyn Alderez, Nancy Martin, Alice Kelly, um, Lorraine Brooks, Betty Mendez, Tracy Ann, Arthur Kramer, Richard McGallard, Cheryl Bentley, Angie Sue, Melissa Paramond, Joyous, the username Joyous, whole bunch of different people here. You'll know if you're a winner because I will heart your comments and respond to your comment with yes, you answered correctly and you were chosen as a winner randomly. So winners are being chosen here. New trivia questions come out here every day. So yeah, we're giving away $50 to each winner to pay for your Thanksgiving turkey. We're also going to be giving away a bunch of money for the in December as well. So honestly, I think we're going to just be doing this here on an ongoing basis, maybe every month. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts here in the comments section. So make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel and click the bell icon down below so you don't miss out on new videos. Let's jump right in because there's a lot going on here. Here we go. So late last night, Elon Musk, who is one of the world's richest people, if not the world's richest person, it kind of fluctuates back and forth with the Amazon founder Jeff Bezos. Elon Musk recently bought Twitter for what was it, like $45 billion or something like that. He reinstated former President Donald Trump's Twitter account 22 months after it was permanently suspended now that Elon Musk is the new owner of Twitter. Twitter is a very big platform because presidents use it for communications and all sorts of people use it for communications here. Elon Musk did about a 1 day poll on Twitter asking people to vote here if he should reinstate former President Donald Trump. You can see here 51.8% of people voted yes, 48.2% of people voted no, with over 15 million votes. Over 15 million votes here. So, yeah, you guys can let me know your thoughts here on this. He said 134 million people have seen this poll. Yeah, so pretty popular here. He says the people have spoken and Trump will be reinstated. And as you can see here on Twitter, his Twitter account is reinstated. His last tweet that is on here is January 8th, 2021, that says, "To all of those who have asked, I will not be going to the inauguration on January 20th of Joe Biden." Uh, I added that last part in, but that's who the inauguration would have been for. So you guys can let me know your thoughts here. He has 59,000 tweets There may have been a few there that were deleted at the end for breaking terms of service um, back when they had different terms of service. So now they have actually removed the free speech lingo that you almost can say almost anything you want on Twitter now. Uh, Donald Trump, this is from Fox News here. Donald Trump reacts after Elon Musk reinstates his Twitter account and says Trump posted on his own Twitter version called Truth Social that he has been using since his Twitter ban. He says, quote, vote now with positivity, but don't worry, we aren't going anywhere. Truth Social is special. Also, what's interesting here is because Twitter is now owned by a private individual, Elon Musk recently, here about 2 weeks ago, told his followers to vote for Republican congressional candidates. Elon Musk recently said here, he said to independent minded voters, he said shared power curbs the worst excesses of both parties. Therefore, I recommend voting for a Republican Congress, given that the presidency is Democratic. He also said hardcore Democrats or Republicans never vote for the other side, which is true. You know, there's a lot of Democrats that always vote Democrat, and there's a lot of Republicans that always vote Republican. They just go down the line and vote for everybody in their party, even if they don't know who the person is. So independent voters are the ones who actually decide who's in charge. And he basically told his voters, therefore, I recommend voting for a Republican Congress. This was before the election. So you can let me know your thoughts on that. Now, of course, former President Donald Trump has declared that he will be running for the Republican Party as the next Republican presidential candidate in 2024. And he is, by every presidential poll that has been done so far, far and ahead of every other candidate for the Republican Party. So right now, he, at least at this point, does look like he is the front runner for the Republican Party by a long shot or by a large margin. You know, maybe it's better to say there. You know, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis being second. However, you can see here former President Donald Trump faces potential fundraising problems as some of his mega donors are jumping ship, as some of his wealthy mega donors gravitate towards Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and maybe other potential candidates. And Trump's political machine is starting off with a war chest of more than $110 million, but federal law prevents him from using most of that money to advance his White House campaign. He only will be able to use 13.5 million of that can be legally used because of the way the laws are and the way the money is and the way that money came in. However, that's because most of the money was raised by a leadership PAC and other committees that are not officially part of Trump's presidential campaign. Federal law prohibits candidates from double dipping into donor funds this way, thus bypassing candidate contribution limits and transparency rules. However, in an effort to dodge those restrictions, Trump's leadership PAC this month transferred $20 million into a super PAC called MAGA Inc. This group is run by Trump aides, even though super PACs are supposed to be independent of candidates. Nonpartisan Campaign Legal Center filed a complaint before the FEC this week alleging that the transfer violated federal law prohibiting candidates and their committees from transferring funds to soft money entities such as super PACs that can raise and spend unlimited funds. However, that they're saying this is a very clear violation. It's unclear whether the FEC will act in a timely manner or even at all to prevent wrongdoing. The commission, which is divided equally along partisan lines, has rarely slapped the penalties on campaign committees in recent years, and Republican commissioners have dismissed every complaint against Trump, despite 24 instances of FEC nonpartisan lawyers recommending an investigation. So, you guys can let me know your thoughts on this. And billionaire Republican donors are splitting from Trump after the far below expectations of last week's midterms. Hedge fund manager Ken Griffin, the second most prolific Republican donor of the midterms, said Tuesday that he would support DeSantis over Trump, pointing to the Florida governor's dominant reelection in the state victory. He said, quote, "I'd like to think that the Republican Party is ready to move on from somebody who has been, for this party, a three-time loser." That was his quote, referring to the last three election cycle. You can, I guess, let me know your thoughts on this. Griffin, who bankrolled a pro-Trump super PAC, gave $5 million to a political committee aligned with DeSantis last year alone. So that's a lot of money. Steven Schwartzman, CEO of a private equity giant Blackstone, which is a really big company and a top Republican donor, announced Wednesday that he would support a top challenger to Trump in 2024 as well, saying, quote, "America does better when its leaders are rooted in today and tomorrow, not in today and yesterday." Quote, "It is time for the Republican Party to turn to a new generation of leaders, and I intend to support one of them in the presidential primaries." Also, happy birthday to President Joe Biden today, who turns 80 today. You can see President Biden turns 80 as election talks swirl. So a lot of people already wondering, what will the next presidential election be like? Will Biden run? Will former President Donald Trump actually be the Republican candidate against Biden? Will there be a new candidate in there for the Democratic Party as well? Yeah, so you guys can let me know your thoughts. Trump's just a little bit over 3 years younger than Biden. So either of them that wins will be the oldest president in presidential history if either of them wins the next election. So a lot of people say that maybe some new blood should be in there. Somebody a little bit younger. Remember that Nancy Pelosi just announced that she's stepping down from Democratic leadership to let some new blood in there. So yeah, you guys can let me know your thoughts in here. So a lot of people from the Democratic Party are saying that maybe somebody like Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, should or could be, a better candidate. He's turned around the finances of California. Remember that they were billions and billions of dollars in the hole before, they had a budget deficit, and now they have a $97 billion surplus in California. Of course, everybody's going to have a different opinion, and everybody and really, you could, yeah, I mean, you could look at like Ron DeSantis from Florida, or you could look at Gavin Newsom from California. And of course, if you're a Republican, if you're a Democrat, you're going to probably say, "Oh, that guy's terrible," or "Oh, the guy's pretty good," or whatever. You're always going to say, if you're from the other party, you're going to say, "Oh, that guy's terrible." It just really depends. Just like with a president, you're always going to say, if you're from the other party, you're going to say, "Oh, they're terrible, they're terrible." But I think at this point there's a potential for new candidates from both sides to slip in there. I think on the Republican side, though, Trump's popularity is is trumping them all. Um, when we see the polls come out, it's just really, uh, you know, every poll is dominated by Trump, where he's got these legal situations and multiple different lawsuits and FBI's and this, that, and the other thing. But Trump's just gonna be he's gonna be he's gonna be Trump, where he's just gonna. So that could be some complications there. He's got the January 6th thing as well. Um, I think there's probably a possibility, a good possibility, I'll say, that Biden could step aside. Because remember, if he's 80 now, this is in 2 more years, he'll be 82 when he would run again. And then if he did win, it would be 4 more years. He'd be 86. 86 at that full 4-year term. Trump's about 3 years younger. It's a little bit over 3 years younger. But basically, instead of 86 at the end of that 4-year term, he would be like 83. So it's you're still like way up there in age. You think about an 83-year-old president, an 86-year-old president. Um, it's really up there. In comparison, you think about like Gavin Newsom, the California governor, is 55 years of age. Ron DeSantis is only 44. I'll be 42 in February, just to give you an idea. So Ron DeSantis is only 2 years older than me. So wow, God bless him. Wow, that's really young um, for I clicked on Ron DeSantis age, and this is what they showed me. Um, but yeah, so wow, he's a pretty young guy there. Yeah, 40. What did I say? 44. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting dementia if I forgot that quickly. But yeah, so let me know your thoughts here. And I'll keep you up to date here with everything going on here in our country on a daily basis. So make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't yet. It's completely free to do so. This way you won't miss out on new videos that come out here on a daily basis at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll have a new trivia question here for you later in the day. You can click here to watch my newest video next. And you can click here to see my new video on a very important date that just passed that has to do with money coming out for low income Americans, people on SNAP, Medicaid, and more. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.